Hey guys, David from Inspire Fitness and Personal Training. Today I'm going to talk about food preparation. Now we've made a video once on bodybuilding meals and programs and stuff like that. We talked about the nutrition. I talked more specifically about my particular bodybuilding meal and plan. Today I want to tell you about a real quick, easy way to go ahead and get all your meals prepared early on in the week. That way you can have more time to do things like hit the gym, shower afterwards, take care of stuff around the house. It's not so cumbersome on your day-to-day schedule. So what I have here today is I'm going to go ahead and prepare a lot of my green beans for the rest of the week, right, using one easy method. I buy green beans in bulk from the grocery store. As you can see, they're pretty good, high-quality green beans, pretty large stuff, and they're about $1 a pound a piece. They're not really that expensive. And so I'll take about 2 pounds of green beans, and I'll buy them at a time. That way I don't waste green beans. You know, they don't go bad on me. I'll take about 2 pounds of these. I'll put them in this colander here, this little steam tray, fill up a pot of water, set the colander on top, put in some garlic powder, a little bit of salt, maybe a little bit of butter just to soften them up. I really like using the Molly McButter. Ron Coleman is a really big advocate of the Molly McButter, mostly because it's not very high in fat. It still gives it that flavor. There's not a whole lot of cholesterol in it. There's not a whole lot of sodium in it as well. And so we'll go ahead and just set that up and get it ready. Like I said, today's going to be like Wednesday. You know, I don't have to be at work until 6 o'clock. I've got 3 hours to kill here at the house instead of sitting down playing video games after my workout session this morning. I came home. I decided I was going to go ahead and jump in the kitchen, snap up a bunch of these peas, or these green beans rather, throw them in the pot, get them ready for my meal, and continue on with other stuff. Now what I also did today, I don't know if you can see here, but I went ahead and cooked up 3 large chicken breasts. I like chicken a lot. I go ahead and I cook this until it's still got a pretty juicy flavor to it. It's not too dry. I do want to make sure that I peel off as much of the fat on the outside of the chicken breast as possible to get it as lean as possible beforehand, and I cook out a lot of the fats that are in it too. By setting my temperature in my oven up to about 425, it really forces that fat outside of the chicken breast, and I don't cook it as long as some people would because I put it at a little bit higher temperature. Okay. What I also like to do is I go ahead and get a couple of real big steaks. Now, the leanest steak I can find, personally for myself in the grocery store, is going to be round steak, okay? I find lean cuts of round steak, top round sirloin. And I'll take that and I'll cut it. I'll get a pound a piece and I'll cut them down into 8-ounce portions. That way, when I know I have an 8-ounce chunk of beef, I can turn around here from my sink where I've prepared my steak meat already. I can throw it right here in the skillet and go ahead and cook that up real nice and good, right? I particularly, the taste of meat that's just been cooked by itself without any seasonings, it's not really that good to me. So chances are I'll put a little bit of this type of like a moisturizer into your meat. It's called liquid smoke, right? Now liquid smoke gives it that real barbecue good flavor, and it's not very bad for you. I think there's a little bit of sodium in liquid smoke, but in a diet that consists of pretty low sodium foods as is, it's not really going to set me back that much. But like I said, every night at dinner I have an 8-ounce chunk of steak, sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes right now, I got 3 of them in the oven. They're cooking up. They're ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and cook up about a pound of green beans right now. Like I say, my chicken's done. My steak's getting ready. My green beans are in there. The only foods that I don't recommend you preparing in advance are going to be like breakfast foods, like your eggs, whether they're whole or egg whites. Don't cook those up until you're actually about to eat them. And oatmeal doesn't work so well either. Then you get like the chewy, gummy stuff, and it's just not very good. So again, real quick tip, if you've got a couple hours on your hand, you got things to spare, you don't really have nothing important to do, and you're serious about this meal plan, go ahead and jump inside of the kitchen and get all this stuff prepared ahead of time. It makes the rest of the week really easy. I talked about earlier, just one quick thing. I talked earlier when I was talking about my bodybuilding plan and my program for my nutrition. I talked about My Fit Foods. You remember? When I like to talk about My Fit Foods now, I use these little Tupperwares the foods come in. These foods from My Fit Foods come in these little Tupperwares here that are real handy. You know, they're microwave safe, they're reusable, they're super easy to wash. This one right here is going to be from like a 380 calorie meal, excuse me. And so I can reuse this microwave safe Tupperware here for my own individual food. So if I want to take chicken in one or green beans in one, it's a really cheap, effective way to stockpile up some individual serving Tupperware. That way you don't have to go out and spend a lot of money on different types of Tupperware. So another tool for the toolbox. David, Inspire Fitness, telling you stay focused, keep motivated, and get after it. I'll catch y'all guys next time.